let's see what's going on around Harmony, shall we, Endora? Oh, it looks like we've tuned in just in time. Pilar has finally found out that Mr. Wheeler is really her long-lost husband, Martin Fitzgerald. And whereas she's been celibate as a nun all these years, Mr. Wheeler has been doing what men do with Mrs. Wheeler. Oh, don't worry, Endora. There's much more pain and suffering to come. Oh, yes. The evil seeds I planted so many years ago are growing into big, thick, beautiful vines, winding their way throughout Harmony, choking the good out of everything. And now we have Paloma here. I think it's time to bring the Lopez Fitzgerald family to its knees, don't you? Oh dear, so naive and so angry. What a lovely catalyst you're going to be for the dark side, Paloma. And the best of it is, she isn't going to know we're using her. Wow.
Listen to me, Paloma. Whatever else happens, okay, no matter how angry you are, don't lose your relationship with your mom. Okay, I know it sounds corny, but there's nothing like that mother-daughter thing. And I didn't realize that until mine left. And I would give anything to get it back.
Me too. I mean, even after all of the awful things I found out about my mother, I miss her. I miss the incredible relationship we had.
I never had a relationship with my mother to miss. I don't even know her.
Maybe not, but you know what? You've got something going for you that we don't. Your mom's here, and she still really loves you. So don't blow that.
Wow, we made a mess. I'm going to take some of this to the kitchen.
You think she'll listen to us?
Her guess is as good as mine.
I would give anything to have my parents back together.
Me too. I have this terrible feeling it's just never gonna happen.
I told you TC would give Eve those divorce papers. I knew he would never take her back, and now they are finished.
Well, thanks to you. You caused Eve all this pain.
Oh, please don't blame me, Julian. She brought it all on herself. With a little help from you, of course. We said for better or for worse. Can't you even try to forgive me?
Eve, I came close. When I found that DVD you made for us, of all those wonderful memories of our lives, our wedding, our honeymoon, our family trips that we took together, special moments, our birthdays, our daughters. Then I started thinking about all the pictures that you didn't include. You drunk, doing drugs, partying with Julian, driving a car that hit me that night, that took away my tennis career. It also took away my father, who died of a broken heart because of it. Eve, I can never forgive you for that. And I don't care how many warm and fuzzy photos that you put on some damn disc. Our marriage is over.
No, this can't be.
She's your wife. She's your wife. About Mama, Would you conveniently forget about her? Did you conveniently forget about your 5 kids? Because we didn't forget about you. No, we were worried sick about you.
No, I didn't.
How, and why? Why? We took vows. In the eyes of God and everyone else, we are still married.
I'm sorry.
You know, I'm gonna make you sorry.
waste.
You know, all this time, I thought I never wanted to see you again. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad you came back. So I'm gonna make you pay for all the pain that you caused us. I'm gonna kill you.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew. You'd take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
You're really divorcing me? Goodness, we heard yelling in here. Is everything all right?
This is between Eve and TC.
I am her sister, Julian. I belong here. Isn't that right, Eve? You lying bitch! You did this. You talked TC into giving me these papers. I know you did. This is your fault. I am not the liar. I'm not the drug addict and the whore. This is all your fault. Oh, you know that's a lie.
Liz is right, Eve.
No, she's not right. Can't you see that she manipulated everything?
Liz may have helped for the truth to come out.
Helped?
Eve, if you hadn't lied about all the things that you said, there would be nothing to come out. You're responsible for this, Eve. Just like you're responsible for your past. Not Liz, you.
It wasn't Eve's fault. She was a victim. Blame me for what happened in the past.
Well, I do, Julian. I blame both of you.
TC, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
Eve, it's no good. You know what? You have lied so many times to me, I don't know what to believe. I don't know if you're really sorry or not.
No, I am. I'm sorry. I'm not lying. I swear I'm not.
You know what? Sorry doesn't cut it anymore. You did what you did, and I accept the consequences.
Ooh, the boys in the basement are going to be very happy with all these developments, Endora. Very happy indeed. Oh, here comes our little pawn now. Oh, did you need something, dear?
Oh, no, I'm just cleaning up the mess we made in the living room.
Oh, what exemplary good manners you have. So rare in your generation. Recyclables are over there, dear. Well, you were obviously brought up right.
Thank you. Are you making soup?
Oh, yes, I'm always cooking something up over there. Why don't you sit down? I'm so happy to be alone with you. I'd like to get to know you a little bit.
Kate told me how generous you've been. Letting her move in with Maria and not minding when she has friends over.
Oh, you people keep me young. And my little Endora, of course.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yes, she is. So, tell me about yourself, Paloma. How do you like being back in Harmony?
Well, it's quite different from Puerto Arena, but it's beautiful. And everybody's been very nice.
Yes, yes, it is a lovely little town. It must be so nice for you to see your family again, too. Although, I bet you hardly recognize them after all these years.
I was just a baby when I left.
Yes, yes, I know you were. Must be especially heartwarming for you to see your mother again.
Yes, I guess so.
I'm so glad she finally sent for you after all these years. I know my little Endora, how much she misses me when I leave her with a sitter for an hour to go shopping. But your mother must be thrilled to have you home. Yeah, the mother-daughter relationship is very important to her. As anyone who ever saw her with Teresa could tell you. You know, since the pregnancy, my mind is like a sieve. Remind me, dear, why did your mother send you away in the first place?
Well, After my father disappeared, we didn't have much money. So my mother couldn't afford to have all 5 of us. And she thought I'd have a better life living with Tia Maria in Mexico.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember now. And did you, Paloma? Did you have a better life in Mexico?
I don't know.
Well, the important thing is that Pilar believed you did. And she didn't worry about you one bit, no, not for a moment, all the time that you were away.
What?
She must be one of the strongest women I have ever met. I mean, I go into a panic when I'm separated from Andorra by more than 3 blocks. And Pilar, her baby was more than 3,000 miles away. Well, it didn't seem to stop her enjoying every moment of her life here in Harmony. And doting on her other 4 children as if they were the only things in the world. Sickening, actually.
You lying bastard.
Don't, Neil. This is between a husband and a wife.
You cannot trust him. All these years that you waited for him, were faithful to him. And you should have been here for us. To protect us, to take care of us. But you weren't. And I had to do everything. I had to take care of everything because you were down in Mexico with your new wife.
Luis, I know I have no defense, but you have to understand.
Understand? Did you say understand? You think there's a suitable explanation for running out on your wife and kids? For taking another wife? For committing bigamy?
Oh, Elle and I weren't married in the church, not legally.
Oh, and that's supposed to make it all right, Martin. Oh, my God. What a fool. What a romantic fool. I actually believed you before when you said that you abandoned us because you loved me, because it was the only way that you could protect me and the children. You didn't do it to protect us. That was all lies. Your heart wasn't in it, Martin. It was all sex. You abandoned us for another woman. Pilar, you have it all wrong. You whore!
You know, at least you know where your mom is.
Yeah, with Julian Crane.
In Harmony. Mine's somewhere in Europe with David. I can't even talk to her.
Yeah? Well, I didn't just lose my mother. I lost Chad, too. At least when he was with Whitney, I could still hope to get him back. But now that he's turned out to be our half-brother, it's just, oh, way too freaky.
Tell me about it. Who would have thought that our lives would be so totally messed up? You know, I may not be able to see my mom or get my parents back together, but I can do something about my family here.
Like what?
I'm gonna email Miguel and try to convince him to come back to Marie and me. I mean, the 3 of us are a family, and it's time that he accepted that. Time that he forget about chasing after Charity, and he come back to us.
But I know one thing for a fact, Paloma. Your mother missed you desperately.
You do? Really?
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's why she spoiled your sister and brothers. So she wouldn't have time to think about how much she missed you.
She spoiled them?
Oh, yes, shamelessly. Especially Teresa. Whenever I used to see Pilar, Teresa was always with her. Oh, she told me that she loved her boys. But her little girl, her sweet Teresita, was special. She couldn't be away from her for a single minute.
I'll bet.
Paloma's blood is beginning to boil. Very soon we'll unleash all that rage on our little town of Harmony.
Are you okay?
A ti nunca te importé mientras estabas en México. Pero otro cuento con esa puta.
Ay, cálmate, mamá, por favor.
You're a slut. You are nothing but a cheap homewrecker.
Pilar, that is not true. All right, she didn't know anything about Martin's past. I'm sure of it.
Then you lied to her, too? You used her?
No, you don't understand.
Oh, really? I understand, Martin. I understand perfectly well. We meant nothing. Your family meant nothing. Our vows before God meant nothing to you.
That's not true. I hated leaving you.
Mentiroso!
No, it tore my soul in half.
Yeah, well, it healed in a hurry when he got a new wife, didn't it?
How could you? How could you, Martin? Do you know that the belief that one day my love, my husband, he would come back to me from whatever it was Alistair did to you? That's what got me through all of it. The poverty, the whispers, Antonio's death, my illness, all of it. But I will never, never get over this.
Yes, you will. I'm gonna take care of you. Come on.
I hate to see Louise and Pilar suffering so much.
This is not your fault.
But if they knew the truth, if they knew what Alistair did to us, they would understand and maybe they'd be able to forgive.
Pilar will never forgive, and she'll never understand about us.
I'm so sorry, Martin. I'm so sorry.
You're not to blame, Catherine. Alistair is. I mean, damn him for all the pain that he's caused us to our families, and damn him for all the pain he continues to cause.
You are my passion for life.
That's it then, Julian. It's all over. My marriage, my life, everything.
No, that's not true.
No, it is true. Look at that. These papers mean I'm a failure. I am a failure as a woman, and I'm a failure as a wife, and I'm a failure as a mother, and I'm a failure as a person.
Listen to me, listen to me. You made some mistakes. We all do. It's called being human, but you're not a failure.
Oh, yes, she is, Juliet. Eve, you are a complete and utter failure. So why don't you do us a favor and leave TC alone? As a matter of fact, why don't you leave Harmony altogether?
You were a vile excuse for a human being.
That is rich coming from you, Julian.
You may think you have won, but destroying Eve and dragging her down doesn't make you a better woman.
Eve did this all by herself. Well, with your help, of course. TC, let's get out of here. No, please, TC, please. Please don't leave me. If not for my sake, then for the children.
On, Miguel. Answer my email.
You don't even know where he is. All you know is that he's somewhere looking for charity.
Well, that's the beauty of the internet. You don't have to know where somebody is.
But he might not be anywhere near a computer.
Well, he has his laptop with him, and libraries, coffee houses, all sorts of places have internet hookups.
I know. I just don't want you to get your hopes up.
He answered me. I know it's him. I know it's Miguel. Oh my gosh, he answered me. Oh my gosh, Simone, he says he's coming home. Miguel's coming home.
Mama says she couldn't stand to be away from Teresa even for a second.
Oh, she loves that little girl more than life itself, and she's always spoiled her rotten. Even as a child, Teresa wore only the finest designer clothes. She always looked like she'd stepped right out of a fashion magazine.
I went to a Catholic school. All I was allowed to wear was my uniform.
Oh, dear. Oh, Pilar should have sent you some of Teresa's hand-me-downs. Your sister had a new wardrobe twice a year.
But everyone told me there was never any money.
Yes, well, that's right, dear. I remember Pilar telling me more than once that money was tight. But she would sacrifice anything, even miss meals, so her little Teresita could have her beautiful clothes.
She found money to buy designer dresses for Teresa, but not to buy a plane ticket to bring me home.
This all could have been avoided if we'd gotten out of town before they all arrived. Damn. I hate that they found out who I am.
You told me not to judge myself. I'm telling you the same thing, Mark.
We have to leave Harmony now, before they find out anything else. We can't give Alistair any more reasons to hurt our children, and above all, we can't let Sheridan know you're her mother.
Maybe Sheridan would accept me.
You just saw what happened when Pilar and Louise found out my true identity. They were furious, beyond furious. They still are. I mean, do you really think that Sheridan would react any differently if she found out that you left her, to let her believe that you were dead all these years?
Maybe if we were totally honest with her, if we told her all about Alistair and what he did to us, I believe she would understand. I do.
You're wrong, Catherine. I wish you weren't, but you are. Plus, the more people that know, the angrier Alistair will be, and the more likely it is he'll hurt them. I mean, his ego couldn't take the world knowing that you abandoned him all those years ago. That's why he set up this whole charade that you died. If the people found out the truth, he'd feel so humiliated that who knows what kind of vengeance he'd wreak on our families.
But if the secret came out, it would give him so much public attention. It would be much harder for him to exact that kind of vengeance.
Come on, he killed Antonio and got away with it. Do you really want to put Sheridan and Julian in that kind of danger? Or your grandchildren?
No, we don't. Okay, I know we have to leave.
Okay, they're distracted. Let's just...
Luis, where the hell do you think you're going? Huh? Where do you think you're going? Papa? Will you leave us again? No. No, I don't think so. Not until I get some answers from you.
Miguel is coming back to Harmony! Oh my gosh, this is so great! I can't believe this. I can't.
Oh, hey. Read the whole email, Kay. After he asks about Maria and tells you that he's sending you some more money to help care for her,
I'm coming back to Harmony.
as soon as I find Charity and convince her to come back with me.
What is it between those two? Gosh, why can't he just let her go?
I think it's called love.
Well, the girl is literally running away from him. I mean, here I am waiting for him, wanting him. Why can't he just see that?
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you lied to him so many times he's lost count. Or all those times that you manipulated him. Or when you tricked him into sleeping with you and getting you pregnant because you...
Okay, I get it. But I would have never done those things if I didn't love him with every fiber of my heart and soul. If Charity loved him 1/4 as much as I do, she wouldn't be running from him and hiding from him. Oh, he emailed me again. You know what? I bet that he had second thoughts about that last email. And I'll bet that after hearing from me and thinking about me, he's gonna come back to us.
You know, the other night I saw a piece on NBC News. It was all about mothers who couldn't cope with the stresses in their lives, so they abandoned their children. I mean, can you imagine? I can't bear being away from my little Endora for a single moment. And to actually abandon your baby, to send it away somewhere else, well, I don't know. I don't know how any self-respecting mother could do that. Oh, Paloma, I'm sorry, dear. I didn't mean that. That's not what your mother did. No. Pilar wanted a better life for you. That is the only reason that she abandoned, that she sent you away to live with your tia Maria.
Look, son.
No, don't you call me son. But you lost that right a long time ago when you ran out on us, or did you forget? And now you're trying to do it all over again with your mistress here? The hell is wrong with you?
I used to feel sorry for women who couldn't trust their husbands. I was so proud to be married to a man who respected women and the sanctity of his marriage vows. I used to brag to my friends what a loving, loyal, faithful husband I had. Maybe that was my sin. Pride. God, I was stupid. Blind.
I never meant to hurt you.
You're no different than any other lowlife who cheats on his wife. You're no better than Alistair Crane. I mean, he's a bastard, but at least he's honest about it. He doesn't lie about who or what he is. But you pretended to be this honorable, good man, but you were nothing but a pig.
Pilar, please stop. You don't know the whole story.
I know enough. You abandoned me and my children. He used you. He lied to you about the fact that he was married. He's despicable.
Yeah, it's just not true. Martin never lied to me. I knew everything.
Forgot to ask. Has anyone in Harmony heard from Charity? I keep running into dead ends. If anyone there knows where she is, please let me know ASAP. Love to Maria. Miguel.
Like I'd tell him even if I did know. At least he answered your email right away.
But he's not coming back to me.
But he's not ignoring you either. He's thinking about you and about Maria. He's sending little checks to help care for her with all those odd jobs that he's doing.
Yeah, while he's searching the planet for Charity.
But you're on his mind. That's something.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it could grow. Especially if he keeps running into dead ends. He hasn't completely turned his back on me. Not like my mom did. I can't even contact her.
My mom used to print out her day planner and put it on the refrigerator so that me and Whitney could always know where she was. Now, since she broke up with my dad, all I ever know is that she's somewhere in Harmony. Maybe at the Crane Mansion, maybe at the hospital. Something awful could be happening to her right now. I wouldn't even have a clue where to look.
TC, please. Please don't leave me for the sake of Whitney and Simone. Please don't leave me.
Let go of me. Show some self-respect.
What for? What do I need self-respect for if I lose you? Don't you understand, TC? I will do anything. I'll do anything to keep our family together.
Eve, I don't know what to say.
But TC, you don't have to say anything. Let's just go. Oh, God, you can't go with Liz. Didn't she lie to you, too? She didn't tell anybody that she was my sister. And she just stayed around in Harmony, plotting and planning and insinuating herself into our family's life. And all the while, she was just lying in wait like a snake in the grass. Just looking for an opportunity so that she could have her one goal in life, which was to destroy my life.
I did not destroy your life, Issa. Don't you put that on me.
Why not? That's where it belongs. She's your own sister. You did everything to destroy her.
And what about what she did to me? Abandoned me to be abused by my father, leaving me there so she could run off to be your whore.
Eve was never a whore.
TC, all she's ever done is lie to you, manipulate you. Don't let her do it again.
TC, honey, I was a good wife. I was a good mother. And now that my secrets are all out, I can be all of that again and more. Do you remember how happy we were? We can have all that again, sweetheart. And I know you're angry. about the accident, and honey, and about your father. I know it, and I know that it's all my fault. But I really didn't remember until recently that I was driving the car, and as for the rest of it, I mean, you and I hadn't even met yet. Please, please, just give me a chance to redeem myself. Even God will forgive you if you regret your sins.
God does not forgive you, Eve. I can't.
Oh, please, TC, don't do this, please. Please.
It's over, Eve. Stop making a fool of yourself.
Please. Please, TC, please. Please, TC, please, I love you. I love you. Oh, God.
I'm sure that Pilar thought she was doing the right thing. She must have been in a terrible state, the poor dear. And so embarrassed. Oh, having such a wonderful husband and then not being able to hold on to him, having him run off with another woman.
My father didn't run off with another woman, and he didn't embezzle money. Alistair Crane did something to him.
Yes, yes, that's the story Pilar has been telling since the day he left. Well, maybe it's true. Maybe all the rest is gossip and lies.
It is. It is.
Well, I can't help wondering about a husband who runs away from his wife and children. I mean, what could a woman do to make her husband abandon his family? What kind of woman could make her husband so miserable that he runs away from his own children?
I don't know.
I really outdid myself this time, Endora. The boys in the basement are going to be very happy. Paloma is primed and ready to help the dark side.
You knew? Yes. I knew. Everything.
What kind of a tramp would choose to be with a man knowing he had a wife and children?
To understand that, you have to know the whole story.
Tell me the whole story. Tell me the truth. Make me understand. Why my husband left me. Why he abandoned his family. Why he lived at my sister's hotel in Mexico next to his daughter Paloma and never told her he was her father. Why he never wrote or called to tell us he was alive. Please, one of you, make me understand. What kind of a man would do such a thing?
You can't do it.
We have to. The door is already open. If we don't tell him the truth now, it's too cruel.
How did you know about his past? When did you find out?
Sheridan, I always knew.
How? Who are you?
Oh, God, Julian, it's all over. Oh.
I told you I'd see you lose everything, and now I have.
You may think you won, but you just made the biggest mistake of your life.
Oh, Julian, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Okay, forget about your mom. Okay, I'm sure she's fine, but I'm not. What are we gonna do if Miguel keeps looking for Charity?
There's no guarantee he's ever gonna find her. And even if he does, she might not want to come back to Harmony with him. I mean, she did leave.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I just hate not knowing. I just wish that there was some way that I could bring him back here now, alone, so we could finally be a family.
We're all wishing for things, Kay. You want Miguel? I want my mom and dad to get back together. Paloma wishes she was never sent away. But we have to live in reality, no matter how awful it is.
I just feel so alone. You know, and Paloma has her mom here to help her get through stuff.
Except she hates her.
Hey, maybe we got through to her. You know, maybe she's starting to realize how much her mom really does love her. How much her whole family loves her.
I have to go. I have a lot of thinking to do.
Oh, we were having such a nice talk. I was going to make some tea.
Thank you for your hospitality, Miss...
You call me Tabitha.
Tabitha, tell Kay and Simone I said goodbye.
Oh, of course, and you drop by any time, dear. You're always welcome. Say ta-ta, Dora. Ta-ta, ta-ta. Well, let's see what's brewing, shall we? Excellent. Oh, Paloma. When you find out the truth, your whole family is going to explode.
I have to talk to my mother right now.
Answer me, Mrs. Wheeler. Please. I want to know. Who are you?
Don't do this. Please.
My husband. Sorry, Martin. We can't keep this a secret any longer. Pilar, Louise, Sheridan. It's time that you all knew the truth. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer all of your questions. But I'm going to start first by telling you exactly who I am.
Bennett residence?
What's wrong with you?
It's Grace.
Mr. Wheeler is Martin Fitzgerald.
You know what? If you go through with this, I wouldn't blame Gwen if she went crazy and tried to kill you.
Sunday, November 28th, an NBC world premiere movie event. A Christmas Carol, the musical. Kelsey Grammer. Jason Alexander. Jane Krakowski, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Jesse Martin.
Now it's your turn, Ebenezer.
In a holiday event for the entire family.
And God bless us, everyone!
A Christmas Carol, the musical, Sunday, November 28th on NBC.